Hello everyone, welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. The Canadian press reports that Canadian and Ukrainian drone manufacturers have forged a new partnership to supply Ukraine's military with Canadian-made drones. The agreement was formally signed in Ottawa during the CanSec Defense Trade Show by the defense ministers of both nations. This joint venture will see Ukrainian company Airlogics and Canada's Sentinel R&D, based in Hamilton, Ontario, co-producing drone systems within Canada. This initiative builds on a letter of intent for defense technology co-production signed last fall. The announcement comes as drone technology continues its rapid evolution, playing a significant role in most casualties in the ongoing Ukraine-Russian conflict. CTV News reports that Kenneth Law, an Ontario resident identified as a poison seller, has officially pleaded guilty to 14 charges of aiding suicides. The plea was entered in a Newmarket courthouse. This development marks a significant turn in the legal proceedings against Law, who has been under scrutiny for his alleged role in distributing substances used in suicides. The details of the case, including the specific circumstances surrounding each of the 14 charges, were presented during the court proceedings. This plea agreement could lead to a resolution in a high-profile case that has drawn considerable public attention and concern regarding the online sale of harmful substances. Economists are expressing skepticism about whether Canada's recent economic weakness constitutes a recession, despite data from Statistics Canada showing the economy stalled in the first quarter of the year. The real gross domestic product, GDP, was flat quarter over quarter, translating to an annualized decline of 0.1%. This follows a 1% drop in the fourth quarter of 2025, marking 3 negative quarters out of the last 4. While 2 consecutive quarters of contraction often define a technical recession, economists like Mark Urkelau of TD Bank argue the decline was basically zero and could be revised up. Doug Porter of BMO noted the economy has struggled but wasn't convinced it was a recession, citing ongoing trade conflicts. Ali Jaffrey of KPMG called the 2-quarter rule crude, emphasizing the need to consider broader economic conditions beyond just GDP. Factors contributing to the weakness included unexpected government spending declines, higher gold imports, negative exports, and weak housing resale activity, alongside a 5th consecutive quarter of falling business capital investment. However, a rebound is anticipated, with April's GDP estimated to show 0.4% growth due to increased oil and gas activity, and rising oil prices expected to provide a further lift. The Bank of Canada is closely monitoring these figures ahead of its June 10 interest rate decision, with financial markets largely expecting a rate hold due to the economy's sluggishness. This report comes from the Canadian press. City News Everywhere reports that a second teenager has been arrested and charged in connection with a pair of synagogue shootings that occurred earlier this year in Vaughan and Toronto. Police in York Region were called to the Beth Avraham Yosef Fabranto Synagogue on March 6 after shots were fired at its front door, with 2 people inside who were unharmed. Shortly after, Toronto police responded to a similar incident at Shaarei Shomayim, where the front entrance was damaged, but no one was injured. Following a joint investigation, an 18-year-old male was previously arrested. On May 27th, Waterloo Regional Police arrested a 17-year-old male in Cambridge, who now faces 6 charges, including several weapons-related offenses. Neither suspect can be named under the Youth Criminal Justice Act, and the investigation remains ongoing. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.